Chartmat, and in this part of the tutorial we're actually going to set up our database for our web app. So we said we would have different users with different levels and different practices that the users would do. So we would need a table dedicated to the users. So essentially we use a Google Sheet, and that's our table, and these are our fields. So this is the users table, and we will have the field name, email, practice group. We will have an initial handicap that Samantha will assign to the students, and the current handicap that is based on the score that the users obtain through practicing. Then we have different practices. I've already prepared some of them. Essentially, users will practice in the driving range, they will practice putting and chipping, and based on their handicap, they will have different locations and different descriptions. I mean, it could be anything, like what is like different for them. The whole point is like to have something individual, to offer like a different program based on the level of the user, and that's like why we have this optional description. And then Samantha could offer like a personal video where she gives like an individual instruction to her students. Actually, since this is just a fictional example, I don't have the video, so I will just use some images from Unsplash. But if this would be a real world example, the coach, the trainer, could just put a personal video, so it's like a real personal app, and there is a connection between the students and the trainer. And then last, we will have a practice log, and this will just be a Chartmat form that populates this data. So users will just select which practice, which score they obtained. I mean, all the other things can automatically populate for them through a Chartmat form. And then we will have the score, and this score can then be used for our dashboard. And we will generate certain views that will be used for the Markdown blocks to display information. So we will have one view for the driving range, one view for putting, and one view for chipping. Don't worry about that yet. We will get back to this later on in the course of this tutorial. But that's essentially like how I would set up the app in the backend or in the Google Sheet to have like this desired result in the front end. So again, like one sheet is basically a table in the database. We have the users table, we have the practice table, and the practice log table. So since we have this set up, we can already basically move on and start building the front end, what it would look like in Chartmat. Thanks for watching, and see you at the next level.